The greater the obstacle, the more glory it is in overcoming it. And at the end, you gonna call me the greatest.
Scotland's basketball. It's go time.
It's go time.
It's go time.
It's go time.
Did it on my own, now they want me gone. Never thought I'd make it, now they seeing greatness. They second guessing me, slowly driving me, and I'm gonna be beating on my craft day and night, and I won't stop until they did it on my own. Now they want me gone. Never thought I'd make it, now they seeing greatness. They second guessing me, slowly driving me, and I'm gonna be beating on my craft day and night, and I won't stop until they call me the greatest. Call me the greatest. Call me the greatest. I gotta be the greatest. I gotta be the greatest. I gotta be the greatest.
We're here to unlock greatness.
What they say doesn't matter. What I do defines me.
Respect is our currency.
Brotherhood is our culture. What comes between us? Nothing.
We are family. We are competition.
We are
Skywest basketball.
All right, we got Coach Champ over here right now from the Panthers, kind of helping us out on today.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me.
Hey, give us a little bit of color commentary at this point.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we've started out, the quarter right now with Darius from the Redhawks, giving us a three.
First possession, knocked it down, all net.
All right.
I'm interested in seeing with the new additions and the lottery pick that they got in the draft this year. I'm interested in seeing the style of play that they're going to play with today, especially not having Black Lightning.
Oh yeah, it's going to be interesting right now because right now, we know TJ's going to give them that guard play,
But being in some conversations outside of around the hoop community and even in group chats, Steve is coming for the Savages. He said he's coming on a whole different level this season. So first opportunity to prove that is here today.
Oh yeah, we're going to find some of that out right now.
What's also interesting is seeing that, both of these teams didn't make the playoffs last year. And they both made some great pickups, some adjustments. So they got some guys healthy, like TJ. He was hurt all last season. So I'm interested in seeing the fight from both of these teams throughout the season, not just today.
Oh yeah, they got to kind of develop some chemistry, develop a playing style, and see where they go from there. Those are always the important things when trying to build a team.
Oh yeah.
Got PJ out here on the top of the wing. Back to Steve. Steve from three, misses. Redhawks with the rebound.
That's Wanda. There goes that draft pick.
Wow. wow. Well, I think that's one of our newcomers. I think that's the 4th pick in the draft.
Top
That's
5
Mr.
pick
Barnes.
right there.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Rebound by the Redhawks.
That was Roy shooting that three-pointer at the top of the key for Savages. He's also a top 5 draft pick from this past draft as well.
Yeah, so that's one thing you're going to find, too. The Redhawks are running with a pretty big lineup out there right now, with Mason. And, most almost guys you see all running across that front line are about at least 6'3", 6'8", 6'6".
Oh, yeah. And then having Mason join the Redhawks this season, that sews up a lot of deficiencies they had last season, defending the basket, defending the paint.
Oh, yeah.
Mason just being on the floor is a presence where it makes opposing guards, opposing drivers hesitant to go down there and finish in the paint. So Mason is a huge addition. He's going to help them in ways that the score sheet doesn't tell you.
Yeah, exactly, man. You can never, again, kind of disregard having a rim protector, man. How that pretty much helps you in your game. Then you can actually be able to go out and play even harder out on the perimeter.
Absolutely.
And you have a rim protector that kind of backing you up right now.
And even if he doesn't get, get a block.
There we go. We just talked about
which he did just there. Even if he doesn't get a block, TJ knocks it down for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice.
It's a great pass by Steve.
Out there, yeah.
A lot of guards that I've noticed, they can't even see that pass.
Exactly.
So just Steve having not only the ability, but the knowledge to know that weak side corner is open and to be able to make that pass, that's very impressive.
Yeah, but one thing about it is that's where you go again. Steve and TJ, they actually have played so many seasons together. You pretty much kind of develop, man. You almost know where that player is going to be just because you played with him so much time. So that's one good thing that you can have when you got to play with a player for a number of seasons.
Yeah, you can say as many things as you want as a player, but there's nothing like chemistry on the floor.
Exactly.
A lot of times you don't even have to look. You know where your guy is. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So, and that pass reminded me of that. Most guys wouldn't know to float deep in the corner like that.
There you go.
But since Steve and TJ have that chemistry, Steve knew exactly where his man was going to be. TJ was ready for it and knocked it down.
Exactly. And see, I'm loving what the Redhawks are doing right now. They're going to Mason. They know they have an advantage up under the rim, and they're kind of pushing that. So, you got that size, you have to use it. You have to use that size.
Mm-hmm. Now, I'm interested in seeing how they're going to use PJ. You got your 4-man ISOing at the top of the key. I don't like that, but PJ posting up, that's a very good move. It's a good fight there by PJ.
Exactly. Yeah, one thing that PJ will give you, man, is that PJ is kind of stout, brother. He gonna get in there and bang with you a little bit. He know how to neutralize that size a little bit.
And I've coached PJ a couple times outside of SkyWest, and the one thing that I've learned about PJ is he never gets too high and never gets too low.
Oh, wow.
If something's not going well, he stays even keeled. If he's making 4 or 5 shots in a row, he's so focused on the next one, he don't even remember he made all those shots in a row. So
wow. Yeah,
I really enjoy coaching and watching PJ play.
Yeah, those are critical things, man, so that you pretty much kind of keep a cool head when, because teams are going to go through runs. Wow.
There it is, missed layup. Lottery pick.
Yeah, but you know what? This layup, but you draw 2 or 3 men to come and try to defend you, and the other guys on the other side of the rim wide open for offensive rebound. So, yeah, that's one of the things that you got to understand, some of the advantages of penetrating to the rim.
Absolutely. It draws the defense, and you get a lot of options off getting 2 feet in that paint. And there goes PJ. Even kill PJ. I like him, man.
Yeah, and it'd probably be a good idea to keep going down there to him, man, while he's putting it in the rim.
Especially with all that size the Redhawks got, you might want to try to see if you can get some early fouls on Mason.
Exactly.
Things of that nature, absolutely.
Exactly.
Wando, offensive rebound. Hesitates from the corner, spin move.
Come on now, Wando.
Oh,
missed it. Wando was almost doing the ballerina on me on that now with that spin move.
Steve, nice pass, Steve.
Oh, walk. Yeah, travel on that one.
Now, Roy, in the tryout this past season, Roy showed a lot of promise. He was on that offensive glass. He was running the floor. it's just he's raw. He's a raw talent.
Yeah.
And I think as the season goes on and Roy gets accustomed to the style of play, the speed of play, I think when the games begin to slow down for him, that play where he just got to travel, those are going to turn into buckets.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
you got to give him a few games to get used to the competitive side of what Sky West offers. So him being a rookie his first game, give him some time. I think he's going to be a great addition for them.
Yeah, and that's the thing too, man. You know, again, just get those kinks out in that first, game or so. And for some guys, they can kind of get through it after a quarter or so and just get out the nerves and get it moving.
Oh, good pass.
Yeah,
good finish by PJ.
Yeah, this game is inching a little bit closer now. A couple of good possessions right for the Savages. It looked like the Redhawks have made a wholesale change. It's almost they don't actually change their starting five.
And what I'm noticing, turnover. What I'm noticing about the Savages, their defensive intensity has been picking up lately over the last couple minutes.
Exactly, like they're smelling blood, brother. Look,
yeah.
I'm telling you right now, again, they've changed the lineup over, and they put the new 5 in for the Redhawks. So, again, they're trying to see basically, okay, can they handle some pressure?
Oh, yeah.
And I see, like you said, again, they're putting a little bit more intensity on them to see how they're going to respond. All right.
Yeah, see that defensive intensity from the Savages has picked up tremendously. The Redhawks are not even getting 2 feet under the three-point line.
No, and they're not being able to get into their sets at all. They're picking them up high, and they're not really being able to get into their set. So that's the thing about it. They're sensing, again, they don't have TJ on the floor, and they know, he's really normally their main ball handler. So right now they're trying to figure out, who's going to set them up and set their offense.
True. And that's another thing that I'm looking at the lineup the Redhawks got on the floor. They don't have a ball handler.
No.
And in this league, you don't get into your sets, you don't get a good offensive possessions without a ball handler on the floor.
Exactly.
Now, granted, the Redhawks just got bailed out by a foul call, but just look at the offensive possession. Look how everything is hard for them to figure out. That just to get a shot off, just dribble penetration, even their passes. The guys are playing the passing lane. The guy on the ball is putting tremendous pressure on the ball without reaching.
And that's intentional. You better know that the Panthers, the Savages. I'm sorry, Coach, I got you on here, man. Got Panthers on the brain. Yeah, but the Savages, their coach knows that. That's why they're actually, bringing up the intensity on that, because they don't feel like they have a ball handler on the floor. And the ball handler doesn't necessarily have to be a guard. I mean, if you got a point forward or somebody who just can set you up,
and can handle the pressure.
Exactly. Exactly.
CEO's daughter. She run the show.
Okay, help us. We know, we understand. Yes. Yeah, I'll get over this. She's skipping.
Sandarius, ISO, top of the key, pull up, off the mark.
Yeah, that was a good shot. You'll take that every time. Oh. Gotta move the ball. Come on, there you go.
There's that defensive pressure.
Exactly.
There's no room for error for the Redhawks. The Savages are playing ball right now.
Yeah, and when you get into the big can't bring it down.
Absolutely.
You bring it down, you got to get it up over your head quickly, man. Those guys are going to strip it.
Those small guards are swarming.
Yes, sir.
Oh, suspect. Off the mark. Rebound. Everything is tough for the Redhawks right now. Savages on the break. Off shot. See, the Redhawks need to slow down. Everything is a rush for the Redhawks. They're not even assessing what the defense is doing. They're not using their advantages to their advantage. They're playing the way the Savages want to play, where they're speeding them up. They're taking tough shots. Instead of using the shot clock, moving the ball, everything is one-on-one or a forced jump shot. shot clock violation.
Yeah,
You see what I'm
exactly.
saying?
Because sometimes what you get with the pressure is not always going to be a mistake. The pressure a lot of times makes you run that shot clock down, then you really don't have time to really even set up a play.
True.
So that's one of the things, too. That's why you're seeing the Savages are meeting them down here on the other end. As soon as they bring the ball in, they're starting to press them.
Yeah, absolutely.
So before they get up get it past half court,
They're
as soon as
feeling
they
it.
get in there, they've already wasted about 12 seconds of the shot clock.
Absolutely. And that's so what I believe is, even though the Redhawks are only down 1, and we're saying that their offense doesn't look well, if they figure their offense out, they need to keep one of their guards in at all times.
Yeah.
TJ,
Yeah.
he might have to play the whole game. It looks like that's their only ball handler right now.
Yeah.
So what they need to do is make sure that they're keeping at least 1 or 2 guys in that can handle that full court pressure. And also, they need to take advantage of their size. They need to get Mason some touches. There's a lot of repick. They need to get some touches down there so you can settle down. You get some easy flow in your offense, and now you get the Savage. They have to make a decision. Are they going to go down there and double Mason, or are they going to stay home and let Mason eat?
Exactly.
So that's what I think the Redhawks.
That's how you
need
get
to
your
do.
easier shots, man. You got to feed it down low in the post. Go look at your where you have your advantages. Make it where these guys then have to double team. Then you got somebody's going to get an open shot.
Absolutely.
But right now, like you said before, everything's hard.
Absolutely.
Everything's hard.
You got to feed your monsters early, make the defense adjust, and then now your others, so to speak, they'll start to get their shots as well. Look at the defensive pressure now by the Redhawks.
Yeah, they're trying to turn it up right now. They went to a man-to-man.
I like this first possession. They're talking.
Yeah.
Look at intensity. He's moving his feet. Good contest. Rebound. Great defensive possession by the Redhawks there.
Exactly. Yeah, everything's got to finish with a defensive rebound.
And look at it. They got their point guard in the game, and as soon as he got in the game, he gets 2 feet in the paint, get a good shot. He just missed it.
Yeah. You'll take that shot every time. Just didn't go down.
Very nice.
Way to look. Get the ball down the floor, get that easy basket.
And look who it is who made the play. Their point guard, smallest guy on the court, got the rebound. I don't even think he took a dribble, looked up, and he got somebody for an easy layup.
He did, man. It touched his hand, it was out of his hands.
That's why you always need one of your guards in the game.
Yeah, you see already that size taking effect right there, making a difficult shot.
I like TJ's aggression. Shot selection there was a little shaky.
Yeah.
You know, continue to get 2 feet in that paint, put pressure on the defense. There goes the advantage for some of that size again for the Redhawks. Another one of their rookies protecting that basket. And that's a good thing about having, rim protectors. They got a starter in Mason in the rim protector. Then when they bring Mason out, they brought another guy in, about 6'6", 6'7". And again, 2 plays in a row, he blocked a shot, go out of bounds, and now he blocked another shot, called
he didn't
ball.
even have to jump, bro. He just put his hands up.
And
You're talking when you have length like that, those arms and the size already, man. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you can see it's a major difference, and you have to really kind of be able to try to utilize it.
Absolutely. And that's one of the things that Darius, he tells me all the time, size is a prize possession in this league. And again, there it is. He came down. He didn't stay vertical.
Exactly.
That's the reason why he called that foul. But again, look how hard it is for them to get a shot up, a clean look in the paint.
Yeah, exactly.
The defensive pressure on the perimeter picked up for the Redhawks. And then if they do get broken down, you have a rim protector. You have an anchor waiting on them to cover you if you do get beat. Now, I'm looking at the Redhawks. Granted, they haven't scored this half, but I'm very impressed with their defense to start this second quarter.
Yeah, and they've actually had a couple of easy shots that didn't fall. They got to the rim, they got to the basket, and they just didn't, put them in. So the thing about it, again, is that, and look, now even with the changes, you got more size coming on the floor. The only thing they need to make sure they do is they got to have somebody to orchestrate it. You got to have somebody. That's why TJ, realistically, and I even agree with what you said before earlier. They don't have to make him play minutes this game. He's going to have to play minutes if they really want to win this game.
Big minutes, especially with Black Lightning missing. TJ is very important in this game. And there's a guy right there, Wando, another new addition that they just got in a trade from the Warriors. He's a guy that can also handle pressure, especially if they take him out early from that starting unit and put him back in with the second unit. He's a guy that can also handle pressure, that point forward that you were talking about. There they go, Suspect, another new addition.
Yeah.
The Redhawks' new additions are really helping them to start this game.
Yeah, and they got weapons. They got weapons, but I agree with what you said before. You have those weapons, but like anything, man, like a good football team. You have a good football team, all the good things surrounded, but you got a good quarterback, brother, you're in trouble. Somebody's got to direct that team.
Now look at the Redhawks. Now they're giving Mason a good touchdown low. Mason has to go. It's a single coverage. Good pass.
Oh, right.
Good fake.
Yeah.
Suspect.
Yeah, they're hitting the boards.
The old
Offensive
veteran.
rebounding.
The old veteran. Steady
taking
as they
advantage.
come. Good pass by Steve. Very nice.
Wow, man, that was a nice.
Great pass, great shot by the Savages. Great pass by Steve.
Mark Dixon.
Now, Mark from the Savages, who just hit that previous three, that's a guy that I had my eye on in the draft as well. A month ago, because I knew I needed a backup guard. I was looking for a backup guard and another big coming out the draft. And Mark for the Savages, number one, he was a guy that I really had my eye. He was very impressive in his session in the draft, and he probably got picked up maybe a couple picks before I was gonna get him.
Got your eyes on
Oh
Coach.
yeah, I like his game a lot. He's one of those small guards that is hard over height for him.
There you go.
So I really appreciate small guards that don't care about their size. They're gonna go play basketball.
Exactly. And one thing about it too, with that size, normally what they have is they normally have quickness, man, and they know how to use it. Especially once you kind of get them and you get them into a style of floor game where you pretty much can get them in the open floor. They can neutralize that size with their speed.
Oh yeah. Now he just hit one, and Coach Johnson took him out the game. So we're gonna see what this substitution does for them.
And I really think what was going on in that case, Coach, is that if you really look at it, the Savages had a really small lineup on the floor, and they were pounding them. The Redhawks were pounding them.
Oh, yeah.
They really, so they're trying, I guess, to try to balance out that size differential.
Oh, in and out by Steve Cromer.
TJ pushing it on up the floor. There you go, good pass down
TJ.
low.
It's a great pass, but this is why you always need a lead guard in the game.
Exactly.
Because in that first quarter, when they didn't have that guard in the game, when they threw their second unit in there, these type of passes, the organization within their offense, it wasn't there. But as soon as TJ got back in the game, now their offense looks a little bit more potent. Their defensive intensity picked up. Now they're looking like they're starting to get into a rhythm.
Exactly. And you run into what you have too, man, is when you don't have a floor general that's really out there, you're kind of running and directing the offense. All the other guys are almost kind of standing around. That's another thing that's good about a floor general. Floor general is telling you cut to the basket, move, and you start having the expectancy on he's going to get you the ball if you're open.
You got no numbers. You got to bring it out, TJ. That's the only thing. The one thing I have to criticize about TJ is he knows he has speed as the advantage for him. The only thing that I would tell him if I had an opportunity to do so was that he has to know when to bring the speed out and when to slow it down. Like
exactly.
for that one play, yes, it was a scramble for the rebound, but once he secured it, he should have held up, found some space before he tried to attack the defense. It was a 1-on-4 anyway. So for him to still try to go full speed, that wasn't to his advantage.
Yeah, you got to know when, again, you got to pace yourself during the game and know when you have your advantage and when to pull it back out.
Absolutely.
Let's see if Mason can make a good pass. So there you go.
Very nice. Very nice. You see what I'm saying?
And that's when a big can make another big. You got bigs who really need to be able to pass to other bigs and take those advantages, man. Because you can see the floor being that tall, being that side. You can see over the floor.
Yes, sir.
So, that's one good thing about it. I know in one of my first seasons in the league, the person who led my team in assists was a 6'8", 6'9", 260-pound forward.
Oh, wow.
And, he was one of the best
LeBron
passers.
Was
Huh?
That wasn't LeBron.
No, brother. This brother was playing in the NCAA tournament and was putting up 20-something points, putting up 15. I'm not kidding this now. I'm saying this. 20-something points, 15 rebounds, and brother was basically going out throwing 8-9 assists a game.
Oh man,
that brother was a beast. He had a major run, man, that almost took them into the NCAA tournament.
Man,
I hated that he had to go back to school because we were finna win that championship that year I had him. But I mean, his father pulled him out, and I understood why. His son can't get his son injured. So there's been some talent to pass through this league.
Now, I want you to pay attention to PJ and this Mason matchup. PJ has been getting a couple buckets on Mason, and Mason is starting to get a little bit more aggressive on the offensive end as well. It's a good matchup here.
Yeah, good defense.
That possession goes to Mason.
Yeah. Oh.
There go Wando. See, there's his handle. Now let's look at the decision he makes.
Oh, way to step around. Way to step around.
Oh, that was not a travel.
That is a Euro step.
That's slow. The first step was a slow step.
Oh,
it's a deceleration step, and that was actually a really good move by Wando. He might have to go talk to the referees about that one.
Yeah, that was. Well, hey, I'm being referee now. Let me stop. I think that was a travel.
TJ for three? Yes, sir.
Nice game, man. I'm loving it.
This is a great competitive game right now. Mason? I don't know. I don't think that touched the wire up top, man. The wire's not even moving.
Yeah, I don't know. They definitely don't want to waste a challenge on that.
Yeah, you could definitely tell the difference between the first quarter and the second quarter for the Redhawks especially. The Redhawks have definitely picked up their defensive intensity. We got DJ coming to say hello to everyone from the defending champion Blazers.
Nice.
The difference, another thing that I'm noticing from the Savages is the aggression from TJ.
Oh, yeah.
Last season, TJ was going through the motions a lot because he said he was playing through an injury. He looks a lot healthier the first half of this game so far, and I like what I'm seeing from TJ.
Yeah, I actually got an opportunity to talk to TJ when we were having media day, and he said he was, again, he was definitely feeling better, and pretty much, he got everything together. He's ready for this upcoming season, and he's healthy. So, he said you could tell. One of the things I made sure I also tell him is I know he had kind of got himself a little bit more lean.
Oh, yeah.
He said he trusts me. He said the weight loss ain't going to, if anything, is going to give him that extra step. So he told me to kind of watch out for him. So, we'll see.
It's really going to help him because his injury was a lower extremity injury. I couldn't tell you exactly what the injury was, but I know it was below his waist. So with him being a lot lighter on his feet, that's going to help him get through that injury as well. Help him stay healthy.
Exactly.
Here we go. Good pass.
Man.
That's what I mean by Roy.
Yeah.
Roy, as the games go on, the game is going to slow down for him. So plays like that where he misses a bunny like that, those might be dunks 4 or 5 games in.
Exactly, man. You can be able to clean that handle up, brother. Oh, yeah.
Oh wow. My goodness.
Nice, and that's always been a strength of Darius's game too, man. It's going hard to the hole. Once again, he once he gets that first step and gets around that corner, he normally finishes. All right.
Now Darius is not only is he my boss through Sky West, but he's also a client of mine through my barbering business.
Oh, come on now.
And he told me as well that he is in better shape. He's been working out. And he couldn't wait for this season because he got something to prove as well. A lot of people believe he missed that post-up turnaround there. But a lot of people believe that he needs to retire and let the younger guys get to it. But from what I'm seeing so far in this game, CEO still got a lot left in the tank.
Wow. Yeah, oh yeah, most definitely, man. Most definitely.
There goes Shea. Off shot.
Yeah,
Steve with the rebound. Steve with the pass. Oh, PJ. Where I come from, we call that getting hung.
Yeah, one of the things that one of the things that I'm noticing, sir, is I'm just going to say this. They're not getting solid possessions. I'm looking at what they're doing. And the floor general thing is not a joke.
Nope.
I'm just saying.
Off the floor.
And you got to just make sure you get solid. You can get better shots. guys need to run the floor. You got advantages, and you got to take advantage. They're taking shots. They're open shots, but they're not good shots.
Absolutely. And that's the thing, man. Ever since TJ got off the floor, I don't know if they got a solid possession yet.
So, Coach, what you seeing? What you seeing, Coach? What's going on?
It's from both sides. Starting with the Redhawks, it's all about the ball handling leadership.
Yeah.
If they have a ball handler, if they have someone that is going to control the pace of the game, control the ball, they look good. They look like a team to be reckoned with. But if they take their ball handlers off, Wando, Black Lightning is not here, TJ's off the floor, they don't look good offensively. Now, they're going to be a great defensive team. We can see that being with the first quarter that they had, the bad possessions they had when their ball handlers were off the floor. It's still only a 2-point game because their defensive intensity is where it needs to be. But for them to give themselves a chance to win this game, maybe break it open a little bit, I do believe TJ might need to play the whole second half.
Yeah, and I'm in full agreement with that because I'll tell you this. You know, what you have to understand is the ball handling aspect is not just have an impact on the offensive end. Mm-hmm. The ball handling impact is also allowing them to leak out and get easy baskets.
Absolutely.
Where their defense can't set up. Mm-hmm. They're basically getting the ball off bad shots. They're getting the rebound, throwing it down the court, and they're running the floor.
Absolutely.
I've seen that they've gotten some, it'll be kind of interesting to go back and see how many points have gotten scored off of turnovers and bad shots.
I agree. When Redhawks had their ball handlers in the game, they got great shots every single possession. They got a lot of good ball movement. They were under control, and everybody on the floor knew what they were going to do.
Okay, I know, Coach. I think they're trying to get some actual questions, I guess, from the actual stands, from some of the well,
let's see what they got going on.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, y'all. It's halftime, but it's still anybody's game. Who y'all got?
I like Redhawks.
Redhawks. Who y'all got up there? Who y'all got? Hawks. Who we got, y'all? Who we got? Redhawks. Redhawks. Who we got? Redhawks. Redhawks.
Let me tell you who we got, man.
Nah, we ain't talking about Blazers right now. Who we got, y'all? Redhawks and Savages. Hawks. Who we got, y'all? Hawks represent. Let's go.
The greater the obstacle, the more glory it is in overcoming it. And at the end, you gonna call me the greatest.
Scott was basketball. It's go time.
It's go time.
It's go time.
It's go time.
Did it on my own, now they want me gone. Never thought I'd make it, now they seeing grace. They second guessing me, slowly driving me, and I'm gonna be beating on my craft day and night, and I won't stop until they did it on my own. Now they want me gone. Never thought I'd make it, now they seeing grace. They second guessing me, slowly driving me, and I'm gonna be beating on my craft day and night, and I won't stop until they call me the greatest. Call me the greatest. Call me the greatest. I gotta be the greatest. I gotta be the greatest.
Yo, what's up, y'all? Y'all know who it is. It's Sky. Hey, they call me the voice. You know, I be talking a little bit of trash on the mic. Y'all been asking for brisket. Hey, you want it, you got it. Every Sunday is coming. I'm going to say it one more time. Brisket. But I got to prepare. I got to get it right, all right? This is the process. Rain, shine, it don't matter. I got an umbrella to cover it up. And shout out to Traeger. You know, Traeger is my joint. You know, pellet grill. I'm using pellet. But y'all always taste that smoke. So, hey, I'm going to get to cleaning, and y'all get to eat. All right? Skywest basketball.
All right, we got the second half underway here. There's Wando. There's one of those guards I was telling you about, that point forward.
Yes, sir.
Yes, there he is. It looks like he's going to start getting a little activated this second half.
Yeah, now you can see they're actually going to use that size. And again, he has an advantage over the guy that's actually guarding him.
Mm-hmm. Look how solid Mason is down there. Stayed on his feet. Wando again. There it is.
Wow.
There it is.
Yeah, once he got past the strip, it was a done deal, sir.
Mm-hmm. There's Steve. There's Steve. That's a big element, I believe, in this game that the Savages are missing right now is Steve's aggression. Steve's been making great passes, being that lead guard, but I think as far as being aggressive is actually looking for his shot. I think this second half is where Steve needs to go ahead and wake up and start being a little bit more assertive. Not necessarily to say selfish, but the Savages are better when Steve is aggressive.
Yeah, you can see right there, if you're going to go after a shot blocker, you got to get up in the shot blocker's chest.
Absolutely.
And you got to body him a little bit.
Absolutely. Well, I was always taught, that's Roy.
Play.
There goes Roy.
4-point play,
I'm telling you, when the game slows down for Roy, he's going to be something to deal with. Now imagine if they had DRC still as well.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, they're working the size, man. But I'm telling you right now, way to use them. Yeah.
There goes Roy, Steve and Roy. I'm telling you, as this game goes on, I think the Savages might settle in, and it might get long for the Redhawks. But we'll see. We'll see how the Redhawks respond.
Yeah, they gotta move. Guys got to move. Wow, nice steal. Nice pressure, nice steal.
Look who started this third quarter. First 2.5 minutes, it's been Roy and Steve. What did I just tell you?
Exactly.
When those two guys, when the game slows down for Roy and Steve gets aggressive, the Savages it's going to be a really tough out. Really tough out.
Well, we know what the engine is for the Savages. We know Steve is the one that pretty much drives this team.
Yes, sir.
A lot of times you see these runs getting started, it's going to usually be Steve. Steve pulls up, hits a three. Steve driving to the basket. Steve making a pass. But again, man, just like you were saying earlier, you can have all of these weapons, but the weapons mean nothing, man, if nobody can facilitate it to the weapon, unless you have weapons basically that can get their own shot.
Absolutely, and that's from watching the style of play so far within the first, about 22 minutes of this game. Yeah. What I'm noticing is they're putting the ball in Steve's hands.
Exactly.
They're putting a lot of responsibility on him. You got to facilitate. You also have to be aggressive, looking for yours as well. And with an 8-point lead early here in the third quarter, it's working out so far in their favor.
Yeah, that's probably, I can tell you right now, this is really where we're going to be on the same side with the Redhawks. The Redhawks are going to have TJ, pretty much play big. He's going to have to be able to facilitate and get it into the right hand.
I really think the Redhawks, they need to punish them down low.
Good block.
CEO, good chase down block there by the CEO.
Wow.
Way to hustle, get the ball back for your team.
Yeah, man. Yeah, they're looking, and as soon as they get the ball and they try to make the pass back to TJ, man, they're basically blitzing that lane to try to make steals. Somebody else.
Right here is where Mason has to be aggressive. There it is, right there. As long as he's aggressive. Aggressive Steve facilitating. Steve is facilitating.
Exactly.
He's doing exactly what he's supposed to be doing.
And he's getting easier shot for his teammates, man. That's the thing about when you move the ball like that and get it in the right hands with the guys who can do actually, again, those are shots that are good shots because you know that these guys can hit those shots.
Absolutely. And him being aggressive, the help side defenders have to jump over if he looks like he's going to drive, and Steve is making the right play every time.
Yeah.
Just like he did there. A wide open shot. Steve is playing great basketball right now. Man, Steve came out this second half, man. He just turned this all the way up.
Yeah, but he's really asserting himself.
CEO for 3? No good. All right, now the Redhawks need to go ahead and string some stops together here.
Exactly.
Oh, man. Oh, he missed the bunny. He missed the bunny.
Nobody down there with you. Nobody's down there with you. Nobody's down there.
Kick it out. Oh, good pass and one. No whistle. We thought he was in trouble. He knew what he was doing.
Okay. I don't know. I thought I saw deer headlights for a second. But my brother proved me wrong.
They turned the high beams off. They turned the high beams off.
He saw what he was doing. They've got somebody coming down.
But see, that's a testament to Mason running the floor and not quitting on the play.
Exactly.
Following his teammate, even if it is a fast break.
Exactly.
Now I'm curious to see the adjustments Redhawks make coming out of this timeout because, again, when they get a good shot, their defense is very, very good. But they've been turning the ball over, and they've been getting bad shots, which is turning to long rebounds, leak outs, fast breaks. And I think that's where the 7-point lead comes from. But then now they're starting to settle down. It was an 11-point game. They got 2 in a row. They brought it back down to 7. Let's see how they come out this timeout.
Yeah, I'm kind of noticing what they're doing. They're also trying to run trying to put two point guards out there. Mm-hmm. And again, what they have with the new player that they have on the wing here, actually he could be someone too that can actually kind of help them kind of facilitate their offense.
Absolutely.
Number 15.
There it goes.
Nice steal.
They got to slow down. What we doing, Roy? When this game slows down for Roy, he is going to be one of the better players in this league. I'm calling it now. The game is still fast for him, but you can see the potential.
Right.
It's really good this second half.
Right.
Look at him, disciplined, don't jump at the pass. Good pass by Mason. And one. Great pass.
Yeah, they got to have more of that. That's what I'm actually saying.
Absolutely.
You know, when we're talking about, again, Mason as a big, when he gets the ball, he's got some other bigs that are out there on the floor. He's just got to be able to facilitate sometimes as a facilitator. And the same as far as when they get the ball to be able to facilitate down to Mason. So if you get it there, you get it at a certain point, then you can actually work it around without having to dribble.
Right. And what I've noticed by watching Mason for a year now, him facilitating, it comes from him being aggressive offensively. So as long as he remains aggressive, demands the ball down there, he's going to bring a lot of attention, and he's going to be able to make plays just like that one.
Wow, nice block.
Redhawks are on the move. It's a big possession for them right here. They got to get something good. There you go, TJ. Good pass. Oh.
Wow. Wow.
Rookie wasn't ready for that one.
No. That's kind of caught him totally off guard there.
TJ ISO at the top of the key. Defensive 3 seconds. Defensive 3 seconds on the rook.
Wow.
This is a part of the game where whoever goes on a run to end this third quarter gives themselves the best chance possible to win this game in the fourth.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Redhawks will do themselves justice. If they can get this to under 5 by halftime, Redhawks will do themselves a lot of justice. They got to make shots.
Yeah, exactly.
There it is, right there.
You know you have Auntie Nene over there. Go to Auntie Nene.
Oh, in and out and one.
Like the Savages are trying to get themselves a little bit of distance, going on to this fourth quarter. Kind of some key minutes left in this game.
TJ, good on the first one.
You can tell that this is a part of their game, man. Is to put pressure on the ball handler on each possession, and they want to wear them out too. They got that thought too of, you know what, you're gonna put them on the floor, we're gonna make it hard for them every time down the floor.
Absolutely.
And hopefully we can kind of tire them out a little bit.
And it doesn't help that, you got a possession. It's under 2 minutes. You got a possession. And you come down no pass and you pull up for three-pointer.
Exactly.
That's what we can't have. In a game where we're down, and then coming back down on the defensive possession, you foul a three-point shooter.
Oh my gosh.
This is where teams lose games. It's little things like that. You come down, you don't move the ball. You come down, no pass, you pull up shot.
Yeah.
Then you go back down, you foul a jump shooter. Now you stop the clock with you're down 7, and you give them 3 free throws.
Yeah. Those are key
these are the things, especially at the end of a quarter. These are the things that prevent you from making a comeback because it demoralizes your team and it takes the energy from you guys.
Yeah, I mean, you want to put forth some resistance, but you don't want to jump into them. Go up, put your hands up, go up high, but don't give them room for the ref to be able to call a foul on that. You don't jump into a 3-point jump shoot.
Yeah, and then on top of that, you're not a shot blocker. So what are you jumping for? Stay solid.
Nice pass.
Mason has to finish that one.
You gotta finish that shot. Yeah, you have to finish that. Those are critical.
Too many steps there, sir. Too many steps there, Mark. Great move, just wasn't legal. Okay, good shot. Seven-point game, man. Redhawks are still in this fight now.
Oh yeah, good solid defensive possession right here.
Steve, there goes Steve again, being aggressive.
But he's using the Redhawks, aggression against them, man. Sometimes you just stand your ground, don't reach, just go up with him, don't jump into him, make him make a difficult shot.
Yes.
But he's a crafty veteran. He knows what's going on.
Yes.
He knows how he's going to use their aggression against them.
Oh, missed a free throw. See, the Savages are leaving the door cracked for the Redhawks.
Yeah.
They're not putting them away. Redhawks got to clean up their mistakes, and they can get back in this game.
Exactly. I mean, you're leaving a lot of points at the free throw line.
Then you give up an offensive rebound. These are the mistakes.
Wow.
You got them to miss 2. All you have to do is get the rebound. You get the last shot of the half. That's what I mean by closing the quarter. Everything that happened once I said closing, how important closing the quarter is, it was a stalemate. It's still a 7-point game. It was a 7-point game when I said it. Still a 7-point game going into the 4th. These are the things that the Redhawks, like I said, it came down. TJ shot that early 3-pointer. Didn't need it. You could have got something better. They give up an offensive rebound on a free throws after fouling a 3-point shooter. These are the mistakes that they have to clean up if they want to win close games like this.
Yeah, and those are things that are mistakes that, again, man, those things can easily be fixed. I mean, all that was you were being lazy.
Yep.
The ball is coming up, man. You got to, first of all, once that ball is went up out his head, you got to move into the lane anyway. That ball should never hit the rim and go back.
Absolutely.
And you don't at least touch it.
Standing and watching.
So, I mean, it's just little things like this, You don't want to, you bring the aggression out early.
Yep.
And like you said, again, closing quarters right.
Yep.
Well, especially closing that 3rd quarter.
Yep.
And then starting out strong in its 4th quarter. Because those are a lot of times when games are won and lost. Not you wait till it gets 2 minutes left in the game. All of a sudden you want to turn on intensity and play, desperate. Play desperate in the beginning.
Yep. And those that know basketball, you know how important it is to close and start quarters.
Yeah.
That's very, very important. And the thing is when you're down and you're like, no, we got to hurry up and come back. Everyone tries to make the home run play in one possession. Mounting a comeback, chipping away at a lead, that's the little things is what help you do that.
Right.
The box out, the winning the rebound battle, the 50-50 balls, not fouling jump shooters, things of that nature. That's how you chip away at a lead. But when you come down and you shoot no pass pull-up threes, or you're fouling jump shooters, you're giving up offensive rebounds on free throws, that's going to make it so much harder for you to accomplish your goal.
Exactly. Let's see how the Redhawks start out this 4th quarter.
He got a post touch, but wasn't able to finish.
Yeah, that was a nice little point-blank shot. Just got to put that down.
Now I'm looking at this roster. I'm looking at the lineup here.
Oh my God! Okay, let's go.
It's a great take by Darius. Now he has to get to the line, knock these down. Now here's the thing. With now the Redhawks are shooting free throws. They get a chance to cut this back down to 8 or 7. What they need to be doing is calling out their matchup right now. No one's talking to each other. No one. Who do you have? Where are we guarding? What defense are we in?
Exactly.
They're not talking to each other. This is the thing. These are the little things that prevent that makes a separation between teams that have a chance to win and teams that don't make the playoffs.
Exactly. And again, man, the thing about it, look and take advantage of your advantages. I saw that they got it down in the post. But again, you can get it down and get it where it needs to go, but you still got to execute. Good block.
They gotta stop, but almost turned it back over. On that one, when you see, this is what I tell my team. If you have the ball and you're leading a fast break, you go as deep as you can until they stop you.
Exactly.
No one stopped Wando, but he was looking for the pass. But if he focused on the basket, it would have made the defense make a decision, and he could have made something better happen.
Yeah, he jumped the passing lane immediately because he saw how he was approaching the lane.
Right.
And like you said again, force him to make a decision, go aggressively. And I'll tell you one thing, actually, a lot of times too, with their length and with their size sometimes, you don't even necessarily have to go to bounce pass. You could have threw that ball up to him actually kind of high and been able to get it.
Or he could have just kept it.
Exactly.
He could have took the shot, and if he missed it, you got two guys running the wing because they didn't stop the ball. You got two guys on the wing there for the offensive rebound.
Exactly.
Missed it.
Yeah, that was the only way that he could have stopped that play, is somehow to be able to affect that bounce pass.
There it is. There goes Wando. See, Wando has to assert himself in this ball game. He's been too passive, too quiet. Especially with Black Lightning out here, he has to be aggressive offensively.
Exactly.
There he is. There he go. Now he's putting his print on the game. Just got a bucket, got a steal. Mason got to finish that, baby. There it is. Now we got a game. You see what happens when you keep a ball handler in, the guys who need to put their print on the game, Wando has put his imprint on this basketball game, and just like that, it goes from 9 to 4. Now what they need to do is take this time out, catch their breather, and make sure that they come back locked in on the defensive side of the basketball, because that's how they're going to win this game.
Exactly. You got to understand, too, again, think about what they're doing and how they're scoring. They're not taking outside shots.
Nope.
Everything is to the rim.
Absolutely.
And why wouldn't you take everything to the rim? Because they have all of this size. Mm-hmm. And then even when you look at it, Wando, the ball handler, he has size.
Yep.
And either they're driving to the basket or either they're getting it down in the post low.
And here's a good thing about that. The Savages have not stopped them from penetrating.
No.
So now if you penetrate and get a shot up on the rim, you have so much size for cleanup duty in case you miss.
Yeah.
So they cannot settle. They have to continue to attack and continue to put pressure on the Savages on the defensive end.
Yeah, see, and Wando basically, man, they basically start kind of running their offense through Wando, which is good.
And it mounted a comeback, so they need to keep the same formula. Look at him swarming. Look at this. Offensive rebound. That's gonna kill you.
That was tough there, brother.
That's gonna kill you, man. Giving up offensive rebounds.
Exactly. You got to shut him down. Nice high pass.
Wando, there he is. Good pass by Suspect.
Keep it up high.
Great pass by Suspect.
I mean, these guys with those long arms, man, you got to get the ball up.
Over the back, Mason. That's a foul. Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, brother, they're affecting those shots to the rim.
That's a great pass, great shot.
Yeah, in rhythm.
He just missed it. That's all it is.
In rhythm. And the thing about it, if that ball didn't go back over that rim backboard, I think they would have got.
They would have probably got that offensive rebound.
That's how you need to play right now.
They got to secure that rebound.
Exactly.
Redhawks is giving up too many second possessions.
Exactly, man. You make a good defensive possession, and then they're getting the offensive rebound.
My coach always told me defense ain't over till we get the rebound.
What's wrong with my brother?
No, his energy is unmatched. I was going to the restroom in the locker room. He in there with his headphones on like it's a club in there.
Oh yeah,
he was getting hyped up.
Oh, nice pass.
Yeah, finish the bunnies.
That hurt right there. That hurt.
Got a screen set.
Good.
That's it. Grab it, Darius.
Give it up. Uh-oh.
Wando for three. Nope, short.
Good rebound.
There it is.
The 2-point game, sir.
That's it. You see what happens. What did I tell you? If they pick it up on the defensive end, put pressure on their ball handlers, secure the rebounds, and continue to attack the basket, whether they make or miss, if they miss, they got so much height to clean up the offensive glass, just like we just seen their last possession. See, another possession where the Savages are getting their hands on the offensive rebound. Even if they don't come up with it, the Savages are getting their hands on that rebound.
Exactly, they're not being able to secure it, man. You know, again, defensive playing over until you rebound.
Absolutely. Secure the rebound and run. Attack that rim. Stay solid. Shortbread. There you go. Wando with a rebound. Wando's imprint is all over this fourth quarter.
Oh, my.
See, that's the shot we don't want. That's the shot. The one pass, no pass, pull up three.
Yeah.
That doesn't work at this level. You have to continue to do what works.
You got to keep on doing what's worked for you. Keep on pounding it down low, and if you want to catch it in rhythm, then that's different. And that hurt him.
Look at Roy.
That hurt.
Now, don't get me wrong. Suspect is one of those guys, if he feels like he has a clean look, you want him to shoot those.
Exactly.
But you got to know time and possession. And with 3 minutes ago, that wasn't the shot they was looking for. If they're smart, they go down to Mason right now. Mason has to be aggressive here.
Pound him low.
Good, Mason.
Wow, wow.
Slow it down.
Slow it down.
We got to slow it down here. Oh, slow it down.
Critical possession. They get an offensive rebound yet again. Offensive rebound and basket. That's critical. You got to secure, and you know what's killed them? It's offensive rebounding.
The whole game.
With the size that they have, what's killed them in this last few minutes right now to give them that, to give the other team a lead, it's the offensive rebounding again, and they're out hustling them. It's not the size thing, it's out hustling.
The thing with the Redhawks is they have went with the guys who have kept them in the game. And I think fatigue is starting to play a factor because on that last fast break, they defended it to get the miss, but they had 2 or 3 guys at half court walking.
You saw that, coach?
Yep. So if those guys hustle back, do they get the offensive rebound?
No.
Do the Redhawks secure that and come back down the other way? Also, the Redhawks are so worried about scoring quickly, and it's resulting in bad shots or sometimes a turnover.
Yeah.
So especially with 2 minutes ago, they have to get consecutive stops, and they have to make sure that they're getting a good shot every time down the floor.
Did TJ get injured? I notice he's not on the floor.
I have no idea. I think they're going with what's been working. I think they've noticed that going with the size has worked the second half.
Yeah. Because again, when they saw that pretty much, they've been able to work the ball and use, the.
There it is. There it is. Right back in this game, 3-point game. They have the consecutive stops. What did I just tell you? It's consecutive stops.
Exactly. They might need to give Darius a little bit of help right here. Oh, nice defensive play. Finish.
Mason with the follow.
Yeah. Wow, man, hey.
See, what's going on now is Steve is kind of forcing the issue. He's trying to split 2 guys. He's trying to force the issue, try to keep his team aggressive. But what they need to do is use the clock here and make sure that they get a good shot as well.
Big shot.
No, bad shot by Roy. That's not the shot we want with a minute left in the game.
Yeah, but they couldn't get the rebound.
Couldn't secure the rebound. Did that shot hit the rim?
No, it hit the backboard. But it touched a Redhawk and went out of bounds.
So should the shot clock have reset? Or did it reset? It might not have reset.
Yeah.
It might not have.
Yeah, because possession really never changed. It actually deflected off a Redhawk.
So what do you say here? 1:03 to go. Savages up 1. What do you on this offensive possession? What do you want to see from the Savages?
Well, again, I mean, I think that, again, they should go through Steve, but I think Steve should actually use his penetration, again, man, to get somebody else open and give them an easier shot. Because, I mean, he's drawing attention. And I think they've intentionally put Darius. I think Darius has actually taken on the assignment to actually guard him. Mm-hmm. But I'm telling you, man, what's making it tough for them is that with Wando and with Mason, man, you got all types of shot blocking ability on that floor.
If I'm the Savages coach, that's who I actually will put on Steve. Because Darius has done an excellent job on Steve this fourth. I don't even think Steve has scored maybe a fast break layup, but he shut Steve down this fourth quarter.
Yeah, he takes pride in his defense, sir.
And there he is. He's still on him. But granted, I'm sticking with what works, but I might have put Wando on Steve on this possession. But let's see how it works out. Suspect took the charge. The old veteran.
Yeah, they kind of baited him into taking that charge, though. They gave him the end, and what's his name was just waiting there, man, and just kind of standing his ground. It's because went out of control.
He's dribbling with his head down instead of looking to make a play.
Exactly. Now they're in position, man, prime position to take the lead here.
They got to get a good shot. They need to go down there. They need to go down low, 2-man with Wando and Mason. Go down there to Mason.
Darius actually has a mismatch. They actually should be kind of looking over onto Darius' side. He's got the mismatch. Oh,
there it is. I told you, that Mason needs to touch that ball and be aggressive coming down the stretch here.
All right, these some big free throws coming up, sir. Need to have at least one of those.
I tell you what, I tell you right now, 1 for 2. He gonna tie the ball game up. First shot he gonna make. He might miss the first one and make the second one. Prove me wrong, Mason.
Are you a prophet, sir? What's going on?
I might be.
Okay.
I might be. Prove me wrong, Mason. Make both of them.
Well, he took that first one now.
There you go. Now the pressure. Now's the pressure. You can make a shot to tie, but can you make a shot
to take
brother,
I think the pressure went off when he hit the first one, okay?
Well, we're gonna see.
Let's see.
Oh, he shot that with confidence. Told you he'll split it. Told you he'll split it. I study these guys. I study them. But watch this, though. I believe Mason won Defensive Player of the Year last season because coming down to under 2 minutes, under a minute, final possession, they challenged Mason. He got to stop every single time.
Oh, yeah, it's real now, man. It's. Oh!
What did I tell you?
Oh, nice pass! Nice pass!
Mason. He went to the line, tied the ball game up. He got on the switch on the pick and roll. He got the steal, and he made the pass to Suspect. Great finishing ability by Mason. That cannot go unnoticed.
Yeah, very, very kind of critical moment in the game now, They've been pretty much down the entire game. Now they have an opportunity to take a 2-point lead.
And there's a reason why Mason won the Defensive Player of the Year. And there's a reason why the Redhawks.
They got to get these free throws.
They got to make that. But see, this is what I mean. When you come down to that stretch, man, pressure either going to make a diamond or it's going to bust a pipe. Suspect 1 for 2. 2 for 4 in their last 4 free throws that got them the lead. All they need is one more stop. Be solid, don't reach.
Exactly. Don't, again, offensive rebound. They get the offensive rebound. You gotta be kidding. You gotta. Oh, my.
They gotta challenge it. You gotta challenge it. You gotta challenge it. You have to.
Wow.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah, you never really want to see a game again, and I've seen this. You really never want to see a game end on a call like that.
No, you don't. Now,
if he fouled him, he fouled him. Now, we need to know that.
Now, watch this. Second game, 2025 season. Panthers versus Titans. Titans are at the free throw line on this end. They missed their second one. We're down 3. Sean Jones, fireball, comes down, hits a three-pointer at the top of the key to go into overtime, swishes it. Referees called the game on a travel. So I've seen a game be decided just like this, just last season.
We've had that, and I've had that during the times that I've coached. You just really don't never want to see that.
No.
A lot of times if it's something really close like that, especially on like a foul, and you've been calling it, not calling that all game.
Stay
you don't want to see that.
Stay consistent.
Not on the last. Okay, well, I guess they said that it was a legitimate call. Oh, he's saying it's a 3? Wow.
This game has been very, very exciting.
Yeah, highly contested, man, on both ends of the floor, brother.
Run after run, haymaker after haymaker. This has been a great opening day game.
Yeah, it's getting ready. Yeah. Like that. What you think? Okay, coach, you called it last time. What we got going on?
He gonna
bury them shots?
He gonna make one of these last two.
One of these last two.
He has a great chance to make both of them. TJ can make free throws.
Yep.
He's not even touching rim.
Yeah, we lost a game just like this, where we had to stand and watch the team hit free throws at the free throw line like that.
Oh, that's game. And guess what? They lost the game on offensive rebound.
I told you. I mean, I hate to say it, don't get me wrong. I hate the way it ended on a foul.
Absolutely.
But you got to rebound your board.
Absolutely.
And if they rebounded any time over the last, how many offensive rebounds they gave up over the last, and a lot of times it's still an offensive rebound. You didn't get the defensive rebound board. Somehow they either deflected it off you. You didn't hustle to get the rebound. You can't have that. They have multiple times that you had lapses like that. So you got to give it the hustle on the Savages end to get those extra shots, man, and to finish this game.
Absolutely, and I think that's a big thing for the Redhawks moving forward, man. You got all that size. You have to use that size to your advantage, and your advantage will be owning and winning the rebound battle. And I don't believe that they won the rebound battle. Now, granted, the Savages had a lot of mishaps and a lot of dry spells offensively throughout that game. But if the Redhawks would have won that rebound battle, I think they would have won this game pretty easily.
I agree. Well, now we're going to go ahead and go to the floor, and we're going to get a chance to talk with some of the Savages right now.
All right, TJ and PJ, how y'all feeling?
We're feeling good. We're feeling great, man. Got the win. It was a hard matchup, but we came out with the win.
Absolutely. It was down to the wire. Y'all got it at the last second. That's amazing, man. So, look, this is the first dub of the season, first game. So, whoop, whoop. So, what's the goal for the remaining games?
Well, for this game, we just got a few things to clean up, especially when it comes to keeping the league and playing hard. But the rest of the season, we're trying to win, man. We're trying to let everybody know what's going on. Last season is behind us. We ain't studying that. It's Savage basketball or no basketball at all. That's how they go.
Absolutely. Look, y'all back in the game, so y'all in it to win it. I love to hear it. Let's go.
Appreciate that.
No problem.